Hi, I'm Nico. In this video, I'm going to share with you 13 things that you need to know before coming to China. A few useful phrases. Now, I'd recommend this whatever country you're traveling to. It's always handy to know a few basic phrases to get by, like hello, goodbye, thank you, and so on. You can watch my video with Kuizhou to learn some of the basics. Also, download a translation app like Google Translate. This could be your best friend. Now, if you want to use certain websites like Google Translate or Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, then you need a VPN in China. I've mentioned this before in some of my other videos and it's vital. If you're going to move here or travel here, you can't access certain websites, so download a VPN. I've got a link below to ExpressVPN, which is my favorite. You get a free month if you sign up. Also, check out my other video about my favorite apps here in China. Let's talk about pollution. Now, everyone always asks me, what's the pollution like? I was a bit worried when I first moved to Beijing as I thought it'd be really bad, but actually it's not been quite as bad as I thought. Don't get me wrong, there are still really bad days, but the government is taking steps to fight the smog. It's a lot better than it was a few years ago. You can download an AQI indicator, which will tell you when it's a really bad day and you can take precautions. You've got to think of pollution a bit like the weather. You can't guarantee to have sunny days every day. Get ready to be a celebrity and embrace it. No matter where you're from, you're probably going to stand out here. Some people will stare and some people will want to take your photograph. They might do it on the sly or they might want to be in it. It took me a little while to get used to, but personally I think it's quite sweet, so I say enjoy it and own it. Getting around is super cheap. I was shocked to find out that you can get a metro or a bus journey for as little as 2 kuai, even in the capital city, Beijing. Taxis are also very reasonable, so after a night on the tiles you can get home easily and cheaply. One thing I have noticed is the price of longer distance train journeys and plane journeys is steadily increasing year on year, especially on public holidays. It's much more straightforward to get around than people think, as in most major cities the signs are in English. Also, things like the ticket machines and the ATMs have an English language choice. Many restaurants offer English menus, although sometimes the Chinglish translation can be quite interesting. Now, this is one myth that I'd like to bust, but unfortunately it is true. You do see a lot of people here spitting on the street. Now, you may not agree with it, but it's life here, so just deal with it. Another release of bodily fluids is weeing in the street. Now, this luckily seems to be mainly kids. A lot of kids here wear split pants, which means they don't wear nappies. So when the kid's gotta go, it's gotta go. But as disposable diapers, it's like shitting on the environment. I don't mind it so much. So a big difference here when you go out for a meal is that you don't have to tip. Whilst in many Western countries it's seen as compulsory, here it's seen as insulting. Some restaurants will, however, put a service charge on, but this is as close as you'll get. Let me tell you something, Chinese people are friendly. As in every country that I've been to, you've got the people that stare at you and the people that say hello. Either way, it's probably because they find you interesting. I find that a smile and a ni hao goes a long way to making new friends. It's common knowledge here in China that you need to barter. I wouldn't advise doing it everywhere like a coffee shop, but in markets you definitely need to try it.
2 for 30.
2 for 20.
Okay, 2 for 25.
It's a bit like a sport here, so have some fun with it. If you don't want to pay the price, then just walk away. Check out my video about Beijing's best markets to find the best markets here. When the temperature gets high, then so do the men's t-shirts. In the summer months, men roll up their t-shirts, just covering their pecs and exposing their belly. This interesting fashion choice is known as the Beijing bikini. I can't stress this point enough, as there are loads of toilets in China, but most of them do not have toilet roll, so always bring toilet roll. Also, most of the toilets here are squat toilets, which aren't always the nicest, but look on the bright side, your bum will look great after all that squatting. Feeling sick? Drink hot water. Got a cold? Drink hot water. Too full? Too hot? Drink hot water. Hot water is life here. Whilst we might find it strange on a 35-degree day to be given a cup of hot water, here it's just customary. There are things that I love about China and there are things that I can find a bit challenging. But that's the same in any country. At the end of the day, if it isn't your home country, then you just have to embrace it and its customs. I find that the more time I spend here, the more I enjoy it.